welcome to the IST 331 Group 6 User Interface Redesign Project. The members on this team are Yojin Kang, Faisal Malik, Giovanni Ramos, Dagbaker Heine, and myself, Robert Williams. For our project, we decided to go with the UI that we believe is subpar. To us, this UI would be the LionPath UI for Penn State. We believe that this whole UI is tedious to navigate through and looks just plain bad. Right from the start of login, you are put in front of this terrible menu of selection. The directory structure is completely inefficient and is filled with far too many subdirectories for the user to get where they want to go without a large number of clicks. As you can see on both of the pages that I have shown, there is tons of white space, and both of them contain very many subdirectories. Our goal for this project was to identify areas in the UI that are subpar and make it more appealing for digital natives and digital immigrants. Since we know that the majority of users who use this UI are Penn State students, and they will like to do things such as access finances needed for schooling, sign up for classes, drop classes, and check things such as that more often, we can make those stand out from other things instead of having them somewhere hidden in this directory. For starters, we want to completely redesign the main menu section. There's too much wasted space, and the menu only takes up about 25% of the screen. Then, we would like to work on the directory structure and implement better drop-down menus so that the users will only need to hover over them to see what they need instead of clicking into them. This will save the users a lot of time and make it far easier for them to get where they need to go. Next, we will be talking about the low-fidelity prototype, high-fidelity prototype, and some issues we had doing this project. Thank you.
So, as we mentioned earlier, first step for us to take in low-fidelity prototype was minimizing the wasted spaces, as it can utilize almost 25% more space into our website as we did before. It gives us more option to choose from drop-down menus or button-type menus and etc. Therefore, in our first low-fidelity prototype, our group decided to have a big button type of menu bar, and when it expands, the sub-menus are lined up with bigger fonts and more simple navigation words. Moving on to the coloring of the page, we have made sure that we do not overdo coloring, as it can make the site unattractive. The color of Penn State has always been blue, and it is seen in many of our school logos. We will incorporate the different shades of the blue and implement into the new design. Item colors will be chosen by its importance. For example, less important will be more towards lighter shade of blue, and more important subject will be colored in darker shade of blue. Lastly, it is true that no matter how beautiful and effective the design come out, it will be very difficult to satisfy all type of users. Since we are focusing on only students, who is the main user of this UI, our goal is to redesign the current website and make it more up-to-date looking as well as professionally. Therefore, last option that we inputted on the low-fidelity prototype is customizing tabs on the right side of the page where there were very empty space in original website. As we implement this option to new UI, we expect easier navigation through users' favorite pages or commonly used pages. Now we are moving on to high-fidelity prototype adoption of feedbacks from our previous prototype.
Alright, so now that the drawing is finished, we were able to go into high fidelity prototyping. So initially we looked for a website that would be able to allow us to design, something similar to what we have all thought of. We found Wix, and then one by one we started editing. Giving each other access to it has allowed us to go in there and make any kind of changes. So this is our final design, where we have four main tabs at the top: Home, Student Center, Course History, and Help. Under that, we have different sections, and then those have links, which are buttons, which we think is a good idea because it's actually easy for the student to recognize. So let me actually show you. Before I show you what the final design looks like, I wanted to show you what the original LionPath looked like. As you can see, it's very bland. It does have the pen stick colors, but look at all the white space here. This is a very basic design. It does have the pen stick colors, blue and white, but as you can see, the tabs are much bigger. We have four tabs: a home tab, a student center, course history, and help. We have the buttons like I mentioned earlier. They're big. If you click on them, they highlight, so they're very easy to read, very easy on the eyes. We even have a contact the help desk page here. So if you have any questions, any technical issues, you can send a message and they should reply back to you. So it's very easy getting help with this kind of website. This says schedule now, which is a way to schedule a meeting with your advisor. So if you have any questions for them, you can try to schedule a meeting with them. We have the student center, which is very simple. What students really want to see, it's the current courses, their plan, their academic plan. If they want to enroll in new courses, they can just click on that button and they'll take them to the enrollment page. They can build their own schedule how they want. Course history allows them to view all the courses they've taken, and it also allows them to see the grades and the credits taken for them. Also, if we had enough time, we would implement like a GPA calculator on there. We also provide a way to sort the results. So say a student has 80, 90 credits, they should be able to sort the results by semester or something like that. Last but not least, we have a help page. Again, this is a great page to get a lot of questions answered. It has the most frequently asked questions by students, so they can get all their questions answered. And that's pretty much it for our design.
Like anything, when trying to make revisions, you always run into some complications. You start to think, is making this change really that necessary? When doing revisions to the site, we had to think about, would the changes we're making really make it better for the users? Is it more appealing? Does it assist with the navigation? And will it be easier for them to track the locations of certain buttons? So, there are a ton of factors that go into making certain decisions. One issue we had was determining how we can cut down on navigation to certain pages. On the old system, it took many clicks to get to the financial aid payment section of the site. Not only that, but it was under menu after menu after menu, almost buried. So, cutting down on the amount of clicks it took to reach the destination was the priority. We had to narrow down what the students were going to the most when accessing the website, and we narrowed it down to they usually check their aid, make a payment, sign up for classes, and also to see their grades. So with that, we decided to make it a simple click on the student tab up top to show the important information. Using the free website creator named Wix was another big issue that we ran into. This was to be expected though, as free software does have its limitations. We were really hindered on the customization of the site due to this. The color palette was completely lacking, with a certain range of colors available. Not having the ability to use our own shapes was another blow, as their selection was limited as well. Available features on the site were also lacking. Would have liked to have maybe like a login system or something. Due to these reasons, the website is really bland looking. Overall, we didn't run into many issues. Trying to figure out how to effectively optimize the site for the users was a hassle because we had to get it just right. The website building was another issue, due to the lack of features and the limitations it provided. In the end, I believe we did the best that we could with the resources that we had.
In conclusion, Team 6 was able to create an interface design that reflects similarities to the PSU LionPath UI. We were able to identify areas within PSU LionPath UI and develop it, making it more appealing, faster, and easier to navigate. Feedbacks given from users benefited our design because we were able to incorporate these results into our design, thus enhancing the performance of our interface design. We learned a lot from this course and was able to work very well together as a group. We would like to thank our professor for making this semester's IST 331 course very informative.